Hello guys, TKG is here for your comfortable LostArk life. Today, I'd like to cover the recent updates in the KR region. Actually, this time, I decided to make a lighter video. I haven't been making summary videos about recent updates as often lately, so since November is almost over, in this video, I'll go over and summarize the update that happened in November and also cover the update that are scheduled to be revealed or promised at LostArk in December. In fact, November is a special month for LostArk because it marks the game's anniversary. As soon as November began, the 7th anniversary event kicked off. This ongoing event started with the update on November 5th and will continue until the week before LostArk in December. Much like previous events, players can enter a special anniversary islands to enjoy various activities. Surprisingly, this year's 7th anniversary event has been very well received by the community. It features lots of popular memes from LostArk KL and even some that were trending in Korea overall, as well as nostalgic elements that longtime players will appreciate. If you are playing the KR regions, you definitely won't want to miss out on this event. In addition to the main events, there are several participation and reward-based events. For example, there's a stamp book event similar to those at amusement park or theme park. Each day, you can participate in 3 activities to collect 3 stamps, which will earn you a golden Makoko ticket. This ticket lets you use kind of lottery machine, and if you are lucky, you might win some amazing rewards. Some community members have won large amount of bound gold, so it is definitely worth trying. Of course, there's also the 7th anniversary token events. You will receive tokens for completing various activities, and these can be changed for useful items at the event shop, just like in previous events. There were also other user interface and user experience related updates. One of the most frequently mentioned issues, the gem storage system in the ArkGrid system, has been improved. Specifically, a new gem tab has been added to the ArkGrid user interface, providing a separate storage space for gems. Another user experience update was implemented as well. Honestly, it's rather minor changes, so it's a bit embarrassing to call it improvements. But anyway, there were enhancements related to special honing. Special honing has been modified to allow for even faster honing, and now, when searching for core item information within the ArkGrid, you can find all grade of cores together. Additionally, when checking other characters' ArkGrid information, the core-related description and tooltips will now display the effects as they apply to the specific character. On November 12th, a new content called Abyss was added to Paradise as a Korea-exclusive event. Abyss is a deeper, more challenging feature with Paradise where you can earn greater rewards, but you must also take on increased risks. To enter Abyss, you need a new type of key, and the number of times you can descend the level and the level of difficulty depend on the characteristics and type of key you use. When entering Abyss, your survival depends on the type of key you choose, either Flame or Frost, and the type of floor you land on after descending, whether it's odd or even. For example, if you use the Flame key, you can survive on even-numbered floors, but if you arrive on an odd-numbered floors, a specific mechanism makes it impossible to survive. In Abyss, you are given one chance to revive. If you use up this revive opportunity, you lose your chance to receive any rewards. Additionally, online official ticket sale for the December LostArk event have opened. If you wish to attend LostArk in person, you can secure your spot by successfully purchasing tickets between November 12th and November 23rd. And finally, an update related to combat score has been implemented. As previously announced in earlier streams, combat scores will now be displayed in party composition, making it much more useful. This change allows you to form parties more quickly and select your desired party members with greater ease. In fact, from this part onward is a summary of the upcoming update that were previously promised. You can think of it as a recap of the future update information from earlier stream. As mentioned in previous stream, the overall structure of the LostArk will undergo some changes. First, the relics from the previous season, specifically Transcendence and Elixir, which were key factors in character progression in Season 2, will be removed. In a way, these should have been eliminated at the start of the Season 3, and their continued presence has become a significant burden for many players. Unfortunately, as announced, this system will be retired, but their effects and function will be preserved through the current Ark passive and gear effects. In other words, while the random progression elements will disappear, all the positive effects will remain to continue supporting players. Additionally, all Tier 3 materials will be converted into silver, further reducing the unreasonable progression requirements. Honestly, I've always thought Tier 3 should have been removed with the start of Season 3, so while this change feels a bit late, it is still a welcome improvement. At the very least, it shows an effort to consider new and returning players after long winter. Even though it's overdue, it is a positive step that the developers are finally addressing the problem. Another recently raised issue, the roster limit, is also expected to be adjusted in the future. More details will likely be announced at long winter, but as mentioned in earlier streams, the current limit of 6 is expected to be changed. Of course, the burden of advanced honing in lower tiers will also be reduced. As previously mentioned in streams, the progression curve from level 1 to level 20 will be nerfed. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching everyone, and always, thanks for your big support. Hope this video was a little help for your LostArk journey. And of course, if you like my videos, hit the sub for more upcoming infos. I'll come back with more useful infos in the next video.